Hello and welcome! I'm Mets Piano and you're watching Freedom Planet Anniversary Edition. I know I'm a few days late, but yes, no screenshotting, kitty. The 10th anniversary of the release of Freedom Planet 1 was a few days ago as of this recording. So yeah, that's really cool. Now, like I said, I wanted to take a look at the museum because collecting all the stuff for the museum takes time. I'm just using my original Nero file, which has all of it collected. But yeah, what are we waiting for? Stop that. Sorry, my cat is on my desk again. Well, we've managed to repair all the damage you lot caused to the museum and even opened several new exhibits. Thanks to generous donations from patrons like you. So I suppose I can lift the lifetime ban on you. This one time. Once. Oh, you're too kind. Alright, I wanted to see Nero's bench sitting animation because we never really got to see that. Anyway, who are you? Well, it's been fun, but I think I've had just about had my fill of drawing the exhibits here. Time to get back to my job as a video game artist. Maybe you'll see a game inspired by all this someday. This feels like a cameo. Which, considering other creator character cameos, doesn't surprise me in the least. Winston's Confections, a staple of every corner store in Abilene. Some would say running a candy factory is a dream job, but they haven't seen what I've seen. It's best not to think about what I've been through to bring the gift of candy to everyone. Just know that, in the end, the struggles I face make it all the sweeter. Quite literally. We're not gonna look at every boss's exhibit, but like, I feel like we gotta make time for this one. Look at all the different pieces that this thing had. Oh, huh. You can see, like, the faceplate without any eyes. This one... Oh, it's spider form syntax. Okay. Yeah, and then we got Armor Serpentine, which it's just a display of his armor. And yeah, here's the dual water and fire dragon. There's Syntax Cube, there's the... what's it? The Tiger Falls boss. Hello, Maria Note. What are you doing here? This is Maria Note with breaking news. Shang-Tu's Avian Museum has reconstructed the machines responsible for Mayor Zhao's kidnapping. Tune in tonight for our special interview with museum owner Bo Rin, where we discuss his breathtaking restoration work. I know it was you. I'm being nice to the owner so I don't get banned. Wow, the owner is a jerk. Anyway, over here's the Perusa exhibit for bosses from the Perusa arc. You again. You certainly have chosen a strange venue to retreat to. Though, given the public nature of this place, perhaps it is not so strange after all. Remarkably intelligent, even. I would order you to be confiscated for further research, but I must attend to more important matters. I'm not sure why this one gets, like, a fish tank all to itself, but hey. And then we got, like, drill thing. We got the crab thing. No, not actual Crapulon robot. This is a 2-scale model. Scale model of Mayor Zhao's luxurious sky fortress with miniature heroes, including Mayor Zhao, graciously donated by Mayor Zhao. What else we got here? Oh, this is the thing that an Ascal fought on. Okay. Right, this thing, the Serpentine hacked version of it, I'm kind of surprised it gets its own entry, but hey. Oh, this isn't just for that, this is for Bakunawa versions of other bosses too, apparently. Cool. And then there's one for Murga, which I think is just her wings for the different phases. Do we get, like, any figurines of Murga here? No, it's just wings. Alright. They are, in fact, pretty cool wings, though. And then, yes, there's even an exhibit for Bakunawa Fusion. Okay, I love the fan there so that it can do, like, the dramatic little scarf flap in the wind. Anyway, if that's all we were here to do, this would be a pretty short episode, but there is actually something else here I wanted to check out, so let me go find it. This room. This room only opens after you finish every exhibit. So hey, you're probably wondering why I'm here despite the blinding lights. Well, you've just crossed the fourth wall. You're about to enter the super special Galaxy Trail exhibit. The producer of Freedom Planet 2, Sabrina Doduro, loves bats, so she asked me to be her personal avatar for this section of the gallery. From what I understand, she has a VTuber avatar that's an anthropomorphic bat, so yeah, I guess she has a bat persona. To be honest, I've always wanted to try acting, so I'll do my best to relay Sabrina's thoughts to you. Here goes. Thank you so much for playing our game! A lot of love and hard work went into it. In fact, it took us 7 years. Anyway, the Galaxy Trail exhibit showcases some concept art of the characters, as well as beta and unused content. I've always thought it was cool to see how games are produced, so I wanted to add something like that into Freedom Planet 2. I've unlocked the door for you. You may enter. Alright, let's check it out. Yay. Normally, you only see these citizens inside the monorail trains in Shenlong Park. Okay, so they are the passengers of Shang-2 subway. Since you can't see them very well in normal gameplay, I decided to put them here in their full glory. These are their names from left to right: Daniel, Maria, Ronaldo, Muro, Tia, Ruth, Fox, Snappy, Leon, and Aaron. But wait, isn't there already a Leon and Aaron in the game? The bunnies in the Royal Palace, right? In fact, they were originally cats, but we have a lot of cats, so when it came time to animate them, we turned them into bunnies. Cool. Unused bird citizens. They were scrapped because animating flapping wings takes a really long time, and we had other priorities. Their names from left to right are Daldalero and Aquila. That reminds me, there's something I want to check after we get out of here. I had an idea to make a statue of Aquila for Perusa. Eventually, we decided to go with a much larger Cordelia statue. Oh, Lilac designs. Concept sprites of Lilac. Freedom Planet 2's large and detailed sprites were going to be even bigger. We wanted more screen space though, so the characters were shrunk a bit. I experimented early on with a white outfit for Lilac and maybe even a ponytail hairstyle. The final outfit ties her closer to her Freedom Planet 1 look, while still showing that she's grown up a little. Yeah, what is this? Lilac was originally going to have an unlockable set of wing gliders that would give her an incredible fast and strong double dragon boost that would allow her to glide after a blink dash. I fought hard to get this in the final game, and I am sad that it couldn't work out, but sometimes in game development you have to make tough calls. The wings were simply too difficult to control, and we couldn't figure out an elegant solution for activating them. I mean, Blink Dash is already pretty hard to pull off, so yeah, I can see it. I also felt that by the time Lilac was supposed to get them, they were rendered obsolete by other power-ups. Yeah, fair. Oh, here we go, our girl Nira. Concept sprites of Nira. She started with a transposed sprite from Freedom Planet 1. From there, we changed her peach skin color to white, which matches her cooler tones much more nicely. It is also much more fitting for her as both a panda and an ice user. Finally, I felt like the colored eyeliner should be a Carol thing, and the heels were swapped out for more practical flats. She looks good. Concept sprites of Carol. I experimented with a yellow outfit, but I didn't feel like it had enough contrast. For the final pass, she became a lot fluffier with a more cohesively sharp design. Yeah, I can see that, especially with like the ear fluff. It's a Mila! In the original Freedom Planet, Mila had plant-grade feet, but we changed her to digitigrade for the sequel to make some of her animations feel more dog-like. We also swapped out the brown clothes for a much sharper and visually striking black bodysuit with gold trim. Ooh, what's this? It's a Mila! Remember when Mila said she would enter the Battlesphere as a masked marauder? This is what her costume would have looked like. Like all of the player characters, Mila has a huge number of sprites, so this was never going to be a reality, but it was still really cool to come up with. Freedom Planet 1 style Super Shield. In very early versions of the game, Mila still had to hold and release the special button to perform a Super Shield burst. She now performs the Super Shield burst by pressing the attack button, leaving the sprite unused, mostly. You can still see it if you press guard while holding special with a cube summoned. If I was playing Mila, I would try that, but I only have this unlocked on Nira. Mila's lab originally had a shelf where her potion items would be displayed. What you see here are 3 unused items. I'll talk about them from left to right. The storybook would have granted players every beneficial effect at once, so they could enjoy the story free of difficult challenges. This was reworked into the assist menu. The Pangu flute would have summoned Pangu to rescue you when you fell into bottomless pits. This was made redundant when bottomless pits were changed to be non-lethal. Finally, the flower was originally going to be a collectible currency found exclusively in Ancestral Forge. They're the flowers Mila refers to when making her souped-up potion to blow up Carusa's volcano. Okay, cool. Oh hey, here's General Gong. I knew that Gong sprites would be revamped from the start, which is why his concept sprite is so sloppy. On the right is a back sprite that you normally never see in the game. I think if you did see this, it would be covered up by a shield anyway. Concept sprites for Escal. His design was a lot more evil looking at first, which would have made his betrayal too obvious. Yeah, looking at these early Escal sprites, he looks like a demon. We came up with an outfit based on traditional Filipino attire. The heavier design still looks really cool, but it would have been a nightmare to animate. His final design takes the best elements of that outfit and pares them down a bit to their core essentials. And then I see Murga down here. This is what Murga looked like at first? Wow. Concept sprites for Murga. Just like the first game, it all started with the villain. I started with a male design at Freedom Planet 1's character size. Once we settled on a larger sprite size, she became a shark-like water dragon. Her final design is the only one that wasn't touched up by Tyson Tan. I was pretty happy with her design out the gate. And then here's Cordelia. Gosh, it took us a while before we settled on an outfit we liked. Cordelia's earliest outfits had a color palette resembling lilacs. We settled on 2 outfits for her, a formal one and a casual one to represent her character growth. Notice how the headpiece on her third concept resembles Pangu more closely. Her final, formal attire has it too, albeit smaller. Oh, hello. Get out! Can't believe I'm being attacked in the exhibit. Touring bike concept. We came up with various designs for motorbikes Carol could ride with alternate models for swimming underwater. The touring bike was imagined as a balanced jack of all trades. This is the bike we would eventually choose for Carol. The final sprite of Carol's motorcycle in all its glory. As cool as it would have been to have multiple bike options, or even just the swimming mode, it would have taken a lot of extra work. The difference between a perfect game and a finished game is knowing when to scale back your ambitions. Wise words. Racing bike, would have had the highest top speed, but weaker attack power. And then, mountain bike, okay. Greater mobility and wall climbing capabilities. And cruiser bike. Stronger attack power, okay, cool. And let's see, we looked at all these. Oh, Mila's Lab. Here's an early design for Mila's Lab. It feels more vintage than the one she has in the final game. And there's the shelf. Yeah, an early design for the item shelf in Mila's Lab. Okay, did we get everything here? We got Shangtu Subway, we got the main floor, we got the unused NPCs, there's Murga. What is this guy? Oh, here's Goldie's. Which we can go in? Okay. This is what Goldie's used to look like before Adventure Square was overhauled. Gotta say, the new version looks better. I still think the exterior looks really cool. The interior also used to have two basements, one for a karaoke bar and one for the hero's hideout. Yeah, cool. I do have to admit, this is pretty slick, but I don't think it would have fit in with Adventure Square. This looks more like a big city diner. Early version of Julie's house. This looked a bit too western styled for the Royal Palace, so we eventually redrew it. I think it still looks great on its own. Attention! Faceless Mook reporting for duty. At least that was the original plan. At one point there were going to be lots of copies of me around the Royal Palace. This would have made Shang-Tu's army appear larger, and we would have fought alongside the player against Murga's forces in the palace courtyard. However, the stage was already chaotic, so introducing an army of friendly NPCs would have made things super noisy and confusing. Also, the artists would have needed to spend time drawing a bunch of combat animations for us, like running, shooting, KO, etc. Honestly, I think it worked out better this way. Now there's only one of me! I am unique and free of existential crises. Mostly. This gateway was part of the old layout for the Royal Palace hub. After we changed the palace to more of a city environment, this building went unused. Concept sprite for a ballista sword enemy. The idea was these would fly diagonally down from the top of the screen in the palace courtyard, cutting through terrain. I wasn't really feeling this idea, so I worked on the droplet ships instead that would dispense troopers. Hello. Ube! Guess what? My Ube garden was planned to be a real thing. Well, it is real, but you can't go to it. The robot stamped it out, and I have to regrow my poor Ube from scratch. But this is what they look like when fully sprouted. Ube! The seats in the Ancestral Forge used to be a lot smaller. We felt these were too easy to miss or get stuck in unfavorable positions, so we increased their size and limited their movement to specific areas. Okay. Oh, hello. Unused concept, I'm guessing. Some unused canine citizens. I actually completely forgot these existed until I was putting this exhibit together. For that reason, they don't have official names. Oh hey, here's Cory. Concept sprites for Corazon. It was tough trying to nail down a look for her that didn't resemble an 80s pop star. The answer to this conundrum, of course, was a slick-looking double-layered aviator jacket. Makes her look like a pilot, which, well, she is. Concept sprites for Captain Kalau. Originally, his red, yellow, and green colors were more evenly distributed in his outfit, but we decided to let the red dominate, and it turned out fantastic. The final design is based on classic Tokusatsu's heroes, particularly his white pants, fitting given his boisterous battlesphere persona. Concept sprites for including a bank sprite that you normally don't see in the game. At first he wasn't just a monkey, but an alien space monkey from space! For the final design, we brought him back down to Avalus and made him cuter with a warmer color palette. His love for space never went away, though. Concept sprites from Serpentine, including a back sprite that you normally don't see in the game. We started with this Freedom Planet 1 sprite transposed to Freedom Planet 2 size and then made him sharper and edgier. The armor he wears now is still the same armor, but has lots of battle damage. I really appreciate how Serpentine got an opportunity to become a villain in his own right. Like, sure, he's a secondary villain, but he is still a villain with his own motivations instead of just being Brevon's pawn. Concept sprite for Mayor Zhao Shangmu. For his grand debut in Freedom Planet 2, we removed his shoulder pauldron, made him shorter, and made his hat taller. Sometimes the key to making a character's design really stand out is to exaggerate what they already have. His hat got fancier too. Originally, Zhaoland's roller coaster tracks had roller coasters on them. They were very glitchy though and felt too restricting in movement, so they were removed in favor of the grind rail mechanic. What if Rena from Grapple Force Rena was a Freedom Planet character? She might be a squirrel. Grapple Force Rena, pretty cool game. You should check it out sometime if you want to. Seconding that, by the way, as previously mentioned, I did play Grapple Force Rena for Ice Level Month in 2021, and yeah, it's cool. What's in here? Hello. Ow. Get out. This is what the Singing Water Temple was originally going to look like. New buildings were made fairly quickly after it was finished, so it was left unused. It looks much more like an ancient temple. Yep. Anyway, okay, I know where we are now. Concept sprite for Spade. I experimented with a suit for him to show that he's grown past his rivalry with the heroes. Honestly though, it wouldn't make sense for his active profession, so we went with a more practical look that's just as stylish, if not more so. Concept sprite for King Dale. I knew this was going to be touched up, so I didn't bother with the finer details. He was going to wear his father's crown, but I don't think he would want to risk it getting damaged, so it became background decor instead. We also gave him thick, layered clothing to match the colder climate of his kingdom. Oh hey, Spade sprites. Wow, there are a lot of these. Long time no see. So yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this situation. To tell you the truth, they had me scheduled to fight alongside you in Sky Bridge. The Battle Royale sections on the red platforms would have had your friends fight alongside you, and me, of course. I also had a sparring match scheduled in Shang Tu's dojo where we could battle for old time's sake. But you know how it goes, tight scheduling, shifting priorities, gameplay not working out as intended, all causing a change in plan. So yeah, that's the story here. Hope you got a kick out of me being cool and suave while also being informative at the same time. Okay, let's see, what else have we... Yeah, we looked at this. look at that. I don't want to deal with beta enemies. There's the roller coaster, there's Grandpa Forcina. Hello! Lord Breathin, the main villain of the original Freedom Planet and Freedom Planet 2's art style. Although Breathin makes a cameo in Weapons Core as a hologram, his original sprite is never seen. Until now. Behold his terrible majesty. Yeah, no, that's dangerous. What? Oh, we got more stuff here. The Magister. Concept sprites for the Magister. Oh gosh, I didn't know what I was thinking with that hairy monkey design. I'm sorry you have to look at it. My next attempt starts to resemble an Earth Dragon, but we felt like it was too warrior-like. For the final design, he became a young and handsome fellow, the kind that makes you say, "Oh no, he's hot!" And I definitely was not told to write that. Unused casual outfit for the Magister. The original script called for the Magister changing out of his robes into his royal jammies after fleeing the palace to make his presence in the open less conspicuous and further show his character growth. Like most other alternate outfits, it was scrapped due to the large amount of extra work it would have taken. Fun fact, I actually stepped into the same professional recording booth as the rest of the cast to record new Burgard lines. However, I wasn't happy with any of them, so I kept the sound clip from Freedom Planet 1. Okay, is there anything here we haven't looked at? There's the diner. Yep. Yeah, no, I think we're done. Alright. Let's get out of here. But still, thank you for the tour. This was very interesting to see, and I hope it is just as interesting for you, dear viewers. Anyway, yeah, we don't need to mess with anything else here. Oh wait, Clownbot. You're worth taking a look at. Anyway, there was one more thing I wanted to take a look at. And you can see it here. There is literally a list of all the different citizens of Avalis. So, like, here's Amelia the Hedgehog. Here's Escal. Here's the bird, whose species is bird. And yeah, there's not that much point in, like, going through all the... Wait a sec. Mr. Stumpy gets an entry here. I love that. Yeah, anyway. Was there anything else I wanted to check? Actually, yeah, one more thing. Let's just go over real quick. Yeah, I know I got that achievement. Because it has still been bothering me. Chloe. Whoops. Okay, here it is. It's called an Energizer Sphere. I guess because it energizes your attacks. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's it. We are officially done with Freedom Planet 2. Well, what am I gonna do next? I don't know. But I'm sure there will be something. If nothing else, you'll definitely see me in December. So, bye!